don't know if I've got sound going in here because it wasn't on to begin with. Hey, anybody listening, can you hear me? Say yes or no. Hey, could you turn that fan on number 2, please? If you're listening, can you hear me? I forgot to turn my soundboard on. Hello. Oh, good. Loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Razor's Edge. So pretty soon, going to have some people rolling in here. Just hang out for a little bit, and hopefully they start rolling in. Got Mr. Ethan again from the Amp Lab. Got my lady right here.
Sorry.
We had a very successful turnout today at the show, by the way. Very successful. And the rain pretty much held out until the end. So it was a pretty nasty one that rolled through.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was like tents all over the place.
Yeah, downpour.
Yeah.
Only about, 10 minutes, though?
Yeah, it was just a rough 10 minutes. But everybody, pretty much, it was the end of the show. So.
Right. It was like ending the ticket, whatever.
You can use a drink. I hear you, Joe. We got a little bit of scotch. There's vodka. There's tons of beer.
Some White Claw.
Actually, is there anything in that fridge? Is there anything left in that fridge?
3 Miller Lights.
Oh, can I get a Miller, please?
Some water.
Thanks, honey. Got a brand new fridge. Just hang out, everybody. Trying to get people in here. There's a lot of people out in the lobby talking still, so we're gonna have most likely Mr. Stanley Howard in. He hasn't been on the show. He's one of a long-time team guys. Daniel Powell's in the house. Derek's about to roll in here in a minute. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the peoples. Hey, we're live.
We're just going to go live and talk shit about people.
Yeah.
Fuck Scar.
Hey, the tour was going this way, babe.
All right, I'm on the tour. I'll be back.
You live yet?
That way. It's right here.
For those that are watching right now, is the stream, is it coming in choppy? Is it coming in good? Everything sound good? Everything look good? Just want to double check.
Mic check 1 2.
Yep. By the way, so that remember, got talking to the red light. So you just put your hand here. These are a little stiffer than the old ones.
Didn't you get all new mics? Why don't you get a mic better than this?
Those are the
So I can-
those are the 4 originals. You can go sit on the end if you
How
want.
you get a mic that you can't talk in the end of the mic?
Because it's a different style. It's a good mic.
What kind of bougie mic is this? You got to talk into the side of the mic.
These ones are here actually. They're forward facing ones. Oh, really?
I noticed last night that one kept going down as well.
I
They-
gotta,
These mics are for guys that shoot their Glocks sideways.
oh, shush. I have to tighten all this shit up too. What the hell is going on here? Good lord.
What'd you go live on?
This YouTube.
Are you YouTube only?
Yeah, YouTube only.
Man, I'm subscribed to this channel. It won't let me pull it up.
Right up. Shoot.
What do you type to get it to pop up?
So it did not come up in your notifications?
What? I don't do notifications. I typed Sundown Audio and it did not bring up your channel.
Yeah, it doesn't do that anymore because you kind of flooded the market with YouTube.
So what do I type in to get the video to come up?
If you type in Sundown after
Right,
dark,
whatever.
it'll bring you to that channel.
I'm trying my subscriptions. And you don't even have you on my subscriptions. And
You said fuck Brian.
no, I know I follow the channel and subscribe. You're not here. What's the title of it?
This is called Sundown Show 2020 Shenanigans.
Oh, this is what we need to talk about. We need to talk about some WAP.
What is WAP? We can talk about
You
WAP.
have you not heard this song?
WAP.
I call it
Cardi B.
WAP.
WAP.
We're in the South. We're gonna call it WAP.
She don't clean.
I don't know nothing
That's what I
about
don't know
nothing.
about.
I'm too old and white.
All right, hold on. What's the title of it? I can't read it on the screen.
Oh, what the hell did I write?
Scroll down.
Sundown Show 2020 Live After Party Shenanigans.
There you go.
Where is everybody? Where did Daniel Pal go? He was just there.
He's doing a tour. He's doing a tour with Charlie. All right, I can read some questions now.
Dude, there aren't many. Anyway, let's talk about the show.
Yeah.
How well did it go, Derek? I think we had a great turnout, considering. I mean,
Oh, the show
it
was
was
awesome.
fucking amazing, dude.
Anybody that got scared about weather, you were wrong.
Yep.
Anybody that's scared of anything else, you're wrong too.
Right.
It was an awesome show. We know there was a lot of people there.
We had a train.
We had a
Dude.
freaking train.
You can say it, Derek. It's okay. You can say the F word. Because we're not politically correct around here.
I'm not that drunk yet. I'm only a couple beers in. We had a freaking train.
We had
that
a
train
train.
was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That dude didn't give a shit.
And the cool thing about this show compared to all the last, was it 6 or 7 shows we've had, there was clouds today. And the clouds kept the sun away. It was slightly cooler than it usually is. It was humid as hell, like it always is. But
Yeah, because we had a big storm last night that dumped a bunch of rain.
dude, actually we lost
That was coming
we
up.
lost a tent, unfortunately.
Yep. R.I.P.
Yeah, our big expensive tents.
R.I.P.
No
the big
bueno.
Sundown tent.
Thank God we don't have to send it to Surf City this year, because that
Yeah,
wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we had a great turnout. Tons of people. I mean, the place was packed.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the first time we legitimately, officially filled up the track.
Mm-hmm.
It got where there was almost nowhere left to park inside the track. People were having to double, triple park. People were just parking in the middle of the vendor area.
Yeah.
And I didn't even care. I'm like, there's nowhere else to go.
Everybody's having fun.
Like typically we'll have a line of people around on the actual asphalt of the track. You know, after the infield kind of fills up, we'll get a line of people on the asphalt. Well, there was people lined up at the top bank, the bottom bank, all the way around the entire track. And then it was just like any space they could squeeze into and park cars. And the whole middle of the vendor area was just cars parked everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, well, nowhere else for them to go. Cool. As long as everybody's having fun.
Yeah, we had a great time. Like I said, Daniel Powell's here. He'll be on the show here in a minute. He was there. That Warthog build of his is
yeah.
just
Bruh.
freaking insane.
That was different.
That thing puts off like a sonic boom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like a concussion
You
get
just
a
demo
coming
6
from the
feet away.
vehicle.
So that was the first and ever build I've ever tapped out on in my life.
I
I
had to
think it
bail.
was because I was a little stopped up, you know what I'm saying? And I felt a little tickle in my butthole, but you know, it's the first time I ever tapped out.
I only got a mild demo when I got to sit in it.
Microphone right there.
I got to sit in the doorway, and a little kid had jumped in right before me. It was behind me, so Daniel didn't want to really crank it on the little kid, so he took it kind of mild. And I was in the doorway, so I got a lot of wind and breeze from the doorway. But yeah, I think had I got inside that thing all the way in there loaded up, like, it made me nervous.
It was different.
I was in the sweet spot. She was sitting next to me, kind of further towards the doorway. But this sweet spot, it'll tickle your butthole.
Yeah, it doesn't like choke you out like a lot of builds do. It like crushes you.
Yeah.
I
It's
felt like everything was caving in.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, now choking me out, that was Chris Lee and Steven Duncan's builds. Both of those. I specifically told Chris Lee when I got in there. He loves playing the lows. And I was like, nah, dude, I'm judging for most painful demo. You gotta. I know you peak. You know when you do SPL up in the mid 40s. Like you're gonna have to play me a high note.
Duncan's was
Hit it.
a higher peak, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what he was
Hell,
playing.
that's an extreme build.
I think he knew. Yeah, Duncan's the one I got in. I was the most nervous with. Like, knowing Chris's is a more stockish cabin, and I thought he was gonna play some more windy stuff. I was like, all right, this is gonna be whatever. And then Chris hit me with a high note and looked at me and just rolled his whole arm. He turned it up so much, and I was like, bruh. I felt like my esophagus was about to turn inside out. I really wasn't ready for it. Like, it was full on. She wasn't ready.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. This is the first time we've been live on YouTube in this room. So we recorded some episodes yesterday, but this is the first time YouTube's getting to see this room. This is the new podcast room. What do you think? So I still got to button some things up and figure some things out, but for the most part, here it is. I've got a little fake brick wall back here. We're gonna actually need your help, Derek. We're gonna put up Sundown After Dark sign right there. I've got cameras everywhere. I've got like all sorts of cool stuff. I got multiple microphones now, like more than before.
I know what we need.
What do we need, Derek?
We need a neon sign.
Yeah. Oh, what I wanted to do was like the old school.
I'm looking at this for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Neon custom Sundown audio sign. Maybe Sundown After Dark. We're gonna do a neon Sundown After Dark on the brick wall.
Okay, we can go that route.
I got resources.
I don't even know where you get neon done anymore these days.
There's still some old school dudes. I used to work in the sign business.
That's right, you did.
I did that for a long time.
But yeah, this is the room, guys. Like I said, we recorded 2 shows yesterday. Those will air next week. And this is it. This is our first live show, too. Trying to get some more people in here.
Yeah, I'll answer an old question I see here. Yes, Project SPL will be getting salt amps.
Oh.
Very specifically, it will be getting salt 12s.
Oh? What are you going to be charging that, bro?
I'll be charging the same thing I charge my 7500s at, and that is 15 volts.
Yep.
I will not charge higher than that, because nobody should charge their salt amps higher than 50 volts. Well, if you just need, to be specific, if you need to charge a little higher, that's fine, but don't play them higher than that.
Yeah, let it drop a little.
Those things do so much power. I mean, when you got a Salt 12 that I've amp dynoed, I mean, as certified as you can get, it'll amp dyno 20K at freaking 12 volts.
Yeah.
What are you going to try and run 16 volts into
yeah,
it for?
and, honestly, you try and squeeze that little bit of voltage out of them, you're not getting anything out of them anyway. Past, what, 15.2?
No. Well, honestly, it's over about, it's probably mid-14s. Over like 14.4, 14.5. Any extra voltage you give them, the gain is actually very minimal. Percentage-wise, it's like very, very minimal.
Right.
You're needed.
I'm needed? Well, we're live right now.
Well,
Like legit live. Who needs me and for what?
this man.
They need that. They need that good stroke.
Come here. Who are you? You gonna get? If you want me, you're gonna get on this show.
No, I'm not real.
Yeah, they can see you. I got cameras all over the place, man.
Okay.
What you need? Talking to that mic.
Which one?
That mic right there. What,
Lowest.
what you need?
The ZV5s.
You need ZV5.
18s.
We did talk, didn't we?
Yeah.
And what were we talking about?
Three ZV5 18s.
Was it a trade deal or
No.
you just wanted to buy some?
We have the DS18 Jeep.
And the Sundown Civic
Okay.
with the 415 teams.
How long are you staying?
Whatever you need. We have no rush.
Derek, we got 18. ZV5
Yeah,
18.
we got these. We can make this happen.
You 3 of them? If you can just wait like an hour and a half,
I'm just a shipping guy. I just pull the stuff.
Yeah.
I can make
He's
it
got to
happen.
invoice it.
No, you do the cool videos.
That too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the side, that's the side hustle.
It's more than ship. You got my Tuesday nights, man.
This guy walks in here. He wants woofers. I guess we're gonna sell them to him.
We want woofers.
Everything else is out of stock.
Yeah, it's like I think ZV5 18s and maybe some 10s. It's like the only thing that we have a slight abundance of.
Sucks
So-
to make good stuff.
About salt
Yeah.
12 Ks.
No, we ain't got no amps.
No.
We have 0
We already
amps.
saw the
We're-
board,
We saw the
ETA.
board.
You got
We
pre-
saw the
Pre-order
We're
amps.
the negative on salt
Yes,
amps.
SFBs, no amps. We have no amps for years.
We have so few salt amps. I had to pull my personal salt amps and send them out.
Yes.
It sucks to be good.
Hell, Derek did that for a pair of speakers that he was gonna put in his truck, and he ended up giving it to somebody because we oversold.
That's okay.
We're
I like to keep a stash.
Our name is One More in the Back Audio. We always got one more in the back. Well, we tried to, but lately it hasn't even been that. So, yeah, just hang out a little bit. When I'm done with this, I'll set you straight. Hopefully I'm not too drunk by then. I might even give you a better deal. We'll see what happens.
I came with the restaurant class. We'll wait.
All right, guys, just hang out there in the
Yeah.
lobby.
Y'all need anything? We got pizza, wings,
Yep.
plenty of beer. Just help yourself.
So yeah,
to
this
coolers.
is the after dark. This is the show after the show. We usually do a little bit of party after the annual Sundown show. Come on in, Daniel. Pop you a squat somewhere. 'Cause we want to talk about Warthog.
Oh, I know it. Let's talk about the
All right, you see that mic there in front of you?
Yeah.
See how there's a red light on that microphone? You want to talk basically like you're talking into the red light. Put the headphones in. Headphone. Well, you don't have to do headphones, but if you want to hear a little better. Derek doesn't do headphones. He's a rebel.
No.
It is? Okay.
We're in the same room. I can hear everybody. There's
Yeah.
no. I mean, if you want to hit some special effects or whatever, I don't need
Yeah,
to
I
hear
don't got
those.
special effects right now. This room's
come
not
in
even
too?
done yet. Yeah, come
Come
on
in
in,
and have a
folks.
seat.
Have some fun.
Cool.
Just don't be loud out there in the hallway. So Daniel, we were actually just talking about your build and how nasty it is, and it's
Yeah.
the first time I've ever tapped out in a build ever
That's what's
in
up.
my life.
That's good.
So, tell us your build process, how long it's taken, what you did in this thing. The people want to hear about because everybody's seen your build logs.
Yeah.
You know, tell us about it. What were your pros and cons? You know, what were your troubles that you had?
Really, I kind of topped out in Old Silver.
Which was also nasty.
I mean, we killed it in Old Silver, but I found the peak of it pretty much. So we wanted more and just come out with something different, really.
Yeah.
The Warthog is, just as
You got
many-
18s this time.
as many subs as we could cram in a small area and make that area bigger.
Yeah. Old Silver was 12s, right?
Yeah.
And you went 18s with 12 18s?
14.
14. 14 NSV 4.5 18s. Daniel was one of the people we wanted to try out this new coil system in the Nightshade motors. Different gap size, different coil. It's an 8-layer coil. And we wanted to see how it would perform.
come in and sit
So
down. We
so
got-
tell us,
we
how
got
did
two
it
more
perform?
chairs.
Man,
Like
it's
you
a
played the
beast.
thing all day long, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I've been
You had to
yelling-
you had to charge up every once in a while.
Yeah, I've been yelling most of the day, but my voice is kind of jacked up. It
That's
was
all right.
great, man. It was good. The subs are beasts. I played them hard, and other than me needing to charge up every now and then from being lacking on alts, really,
Right.
it was good.
How many people do you think you gave a demo to today?
Oh man, 300, 400, 250.
I
something.
tell you,
Everybody?
it wasn't just who got in, because when you hit it, it was the 50 people around it were all getting a demo at one
Yeah.
time. They didn't even need to get in the build to demo that.
You say you're everybody's saying that the sound is not loud enough, so I'm gonna turn this up over here on your guys' end and tell me if it's loud enough, okay? I'm still working with this new soundboard.
Yeah, I was joking
Is that any
around.
better?
Like, when I was standing
you
outside
hear
of
me?
it,
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, when I was standing outside of it and you were demoing, it was like that thing just put off a shockwave coming out of that open door. It was like
Yeah.
just a
Dude,
concussion.
it projected so
just
far,
coming
dude.
out of there.
So the door's kind of acting like a port, and I think it's loading outside the vehicle pretty good.
Mhm.
We're gonna try some parking pound stuff and see if we, can compete in that stuff.
I don't remember because I know you did 6th order on the last one. This one's a 4th order, isn't it?
No,
Because I don't remember
it's
seeing
a-
ports back there.
It's a 6, probably an 8th actually, counting cabin if you
Uh,
calculate everything. But it's got 3 different tunings if you look at it closely, and I don't want to tell too much about what's going on.
you
but
want to give out your special sauce? I
it,
understand.
it definitely is performing better than expected.
Awesome, man. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Actually, I think this is my girlfriend. I think that was one of her. That was like her second demo ever, and she got to sit on one that I tapped out in on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty wild. How'd you like it, honey?
I'm scared.
She was scared. Man. It happens.
I'm scared when I get in it.
Me too. Man, it tickled my butthole. It did.
Hey, it's crazy.
If you want to talk, you just talking to the red light. See that red light in front of you on that microphone?
Yeah.
You
Let's
can
get-
pretend you're
give
talking
it,
into
Give it a mic check.
yours is
Mic check.
as normal microphone. So
Hell yeah.
yeah. Got Daniel's wife out there. But anyway, so how long did that build take you to do? Because you started on before we even built the woofers for you.
Yeah, we started in December building it. There's been a handful of people, our crew,
Bring that mic a little closer.
my kids, my kids have helped out a lot. Friends, you know, I've had a lot of help throughout it. But our crew, Jakar, man, we're doing our best to kill it.
Yeah, you guys have been with us. I think
we get.
it's like a 2012,
Yeah.
something like that. I think
Oh, wow.
before I came on board.
Yeah.
I've been here for almost 8 years now, working on it 8 years.
Every chance I've been able to run Sundown subs, I have. Ever
Yeah.
since.
I mean, you do other stuff with other people's
Yeah.
equipment too.
Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
you know, there's no discriminating.
Right.
We love
right.
everybody.
Yeah.
We really love Sundown. So
Yep.
I've sent
You-
a,
you
I feel like
work-
I've sent
do you
a
work with
pallet or
him?
two
Yes,
out
sir.
there
Yes,
lately.
sir.
What was your name again?
Colton McAllister.
All right, man. Colton. Nice to meet
Yeah,
you, man.
he kills it. He does a lot of our metal fab work. He does pretty much anything I need him to do.
You steel caged that before you put the wood in it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
You
did
kind
a
of
lot.
have to.
He did a lot of that, a whole lot of that. So, yeah, it was good. Colton being a big part of this, it was his idea. The name Warthog. He was like, "Dude, you need to name it after this plane."
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the plane. He comes up with it, and now it's its own thing now.
You gonna put the little mouth on it and shit too?
We're gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
everything.
Oh, that's
The
nice.
shark
That's
mouth.
what
So
we
it's
do.
not done yet.
No.
Yeah, you just wanted to unveil it here. This is the
Yeah.
first unveiling of it
Yeah.
at a show, right?
Yeah, first show.
Hell yeah! Thank you very much for that.
First show. 30 minutes probably of playtime prior to this show.
That's awesome,
And we
man.
played about 6 hours today. Somewhere.
No, you played all day. You just had to charge up every once in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool,
We
man.
need some more alts.
Does anybody have any questions that are any of you that are watching? Do you have any questions for any of us here? I think somebody had a question for you up top there, Derek. It was,
I got a question. It's like, where are you going next with the Warthog?
As far
Where?
as traveling,
hey,
No.
So,
Like
Daniel.
with the build.
real quick,
Oh.
If you're
take this part and just move it towards your face. The whole thing.
That
There you
better?
go. Yeah, you go. Good.
where's the build going next?
well, I need to. I want to try to get its highest number on a high peak right now. So I want to keep everything as far as subs go. I want to keep them as stiff as I can. Play higher frequencies so suspension stays as stiff as it can for as long as it can.
Yeah.
And then when we add power, I want to find the number, and then from that point, once we see our best number, I'll turn it into a 20 hertz monster, and we'll chase those numbers there.
Were you planning on doing? Was it subsonic suicide
Yeah.
with this?
Yeah.
Nice. Where are you peaking at now, ish? I know you say you have multiple peaks. But where's your
63 and 43 is what we've seen on the.
you got
24500.
red spiders on those, don't you? Did we build those?
Black.
Reds? We did black. Okay,
and epoxy cones,
gotcha.
And
That should be a fairly low FS on
and
those.
it's still killing 70 hertz.
Jesus.
Cabin gains.
Yeah. Oh, you've got your cabin stiff.
Cabin.
So yeah,
What's that?
let's go and do that.
I bet you're just seeing different octaves. If you're seeing a 70 hertz peak, you're probably seeing a 35 hertz peak as well. Is what I'll
Something
check
around
that.
right around 29, 43, and 63.
Interesting.
I want to get that 29 down to 20, and then compete at 20.
People are still saying the audio's low. I'm trying to get it turned up, but remember this is a new mixer I got. I'm still trying to learn how to use the damn thing.
More gain.
There's like 50 gains on this thing.
Max every one of them out.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Pretend you were just on. I just want a bang group and just
Yell.
turn every one of them up.
For Diesel Man, the build logs would be on Jakar Audio on Facebook and Jakar Audio on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Just JECAR Audio.
Yep.
We've got a
Hey.
bunch of stuff.
You guys were
from
doing
day
something
one.
else recently too. I saw some more wood fab. Your stacked fab stuff.
Yeah.
Weren't you doing some more of that? I mean, that's what you're known
We
for.
try to
now.
incorporate it in pretty much every build we do. So you'll see it. You'll see more of it. We want to mix in some paint and body with it.
Right.
We
Well,
want it to look good and
You did
sound
some
good
cool
too.
shit where you took like a sandblaster to some wood and
Yeah.
you kind of got the natural curves out of the hard parts of that wood, and you glazed over it with clear or some shit or
Yeah,
some resin or
epoxy.
something. Yeah,
So
that's
you can
cool.
you can sandblast like pine, and the softer wood it'll
Right.
come
And
right
the
out
hard
there,
bits
yeah.
kind of stay where they are,
Yeah.
so you get those beautiful
So
lines.
then you get the texture and the depth and all that, and you fill it in with epoxy and it comes to life.
That's got to take some time.
definitely.
Yeah, especially to get it nice and clean. And you get it so like see through, no bubbles. I don't know what you're doing, man. You do some beautiful work though.
It's just a lot of practice, man. A lot of failures, and we learn from it.
Team Jakar.
Trying
The
to get
rest of it.
Jacob in here. He was supposed to come in.
So Daniel, what all builds do we have about to come out. So we had Mr. Jordan's, the 8 U15s come out today.
Yeah, killed it.
And then we have Charles's, the 8 Def Bonds DB4 15s on 4 Teramps 20Ks.
Yeah. That's the one you're talking about with the sandblasted wood, the baffle on it.
Yep.
That's another folded portable wall that we're doing. Everybody calls a 6.5.
Right.
Man, his electrical is just overkill. What we've got 380 amp hour C-Max in there, 20 banks of Maxwell caps, 4 CES billet alts, and it's just
Diesel Man wants to know if there's any YouTube videos on, I guess, the Warthog.
Do y'all have a YouTube channel?
Anybody got time for that?
We haven't been pushing it much. We
You
started
should.
it a while back.
I don't even know how Derek has time for it. He don't.
I need
Some of
somebody
those nights when I'm here till
full-time.
midnight.
I need somebody full time on that stuff. Really.
it's the
Yeah.
editing and putting together the
yes.
production quality for YouTube.
So I'm
is
still
tough.
working on, like, if you guys, anybody's watched this channel, you see there's a build log that I did for Donnie for his car. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. I still haven't finished edited the last freaking video for it. It just takes forever. Derek does it a little differently. He just kind of like, oh, boom, boom, boom.
I got so used to making videos, I literally edit them on the fly
Yeah.
in real time.
I try to
edit
be-
them in my head, and I just make the video how I want it edited.
I try to be
and
fancy
it makes
with
it. Real
it.
easy on the back end.
I try to be fancy with it. Even though I get totally less views than you, I try to be fancier, and it still doesn't work out for me. You know, all this fancy music and fucking editing, yeah, whatever. But you know, that's how I am. I got to be weird about shit. So, but anyway, you guys, you should do some YouTube stuff.
Yeah. It's probably something we need to really get into. I mean,
If you put them on YouTube,
time
people will
consuming.
watch them.
Yeah.
Especially your shit, dude.
It's
You
time
guys do some
consuming.
cool stuff.
I appreciate it, man.
So, hey, if there's anybody out there who wants to come in, you're welcome to. Yeah, whoever. Oh, Wednesday wants to come back in.
My biggest thing in starting YouTube videos, especially on build logs, is I'm usually just diving in, like not stopping to take pictures or videos or anything. It's just like start working, just dive in and go. And it was a whole different experience having to stop and set up a camera and narrate
yeah.
with a camera and work with that. And it even building Project SPL where I did it pretty fast, but like I could have done it twice as fast if I wouldn't deal with the camera the whole time. Like having to set up and deal with all that.
Yeah, that's where I'm the worst at stopping working to take pictures of our
Right.
progress. And then I get past the point of being able to show what we did, you know. So
Yeah.
It's why it's good to have another
happens all
person
the
to
time.
do it.
Yep.
He's like, hey, just make sure you catch this. Boom, done. Yeah.
Sometimes-
You do yours like more like vlog style.
Yeah, well, for me, it ended up working better in trying some different styles of shooting videos, going to the vlog style. They just seemed to get more attention. I just stuck with that.
Yeah.
Also
Well,
made it way easier to edit.
the
them
younger
after the
crowd
fact.
really likes that. Yeah, like the younger crowd don't give a shit about a podcast.
There was one other
Except
crazy
for Wednesday.
thing.
Yeah.
Somehow I've got like 1 million truckers that follow me.
Really?
And they love to listen to my stuff like a podcast. That's
Right.
why you get people saying, "Oh, you talk too much in your videos." Well, I have to talk and narrate for the people that are trucking driving down the road. They can't watch the video.
Yeah, they
They're
can't
just-
watch
they're
it.
just
Well, they're not
listening
supposed to be
it.
watching it.
Yeah, they're just listening to it, so I try and narrate everything as I go, and it
Right.
it keeps it interesting for anybody. If somebody's putting it on and they're at work and they're trying to listen to it like a podcast while they're at work, they can still know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
It works out.
You have a lot of people that the hardcore watchers of this show, they like to just throw it on when they work. They don't even watch it. It's just something for them to listen to while they're doing their thing.
So earlier we were asking. I mean, me and several other people were talking. Are y'all gonna do anything bigger with the Sundown show, as far as like
Like a 2-day show, like everybody asks.
A 2-day show for the Texas guys that want to come down here.
What was the reason
Uh,
for us to not do a 2-day show? I don't remember what that. I think it had.
I know it's a lot of work.
It
The
is a lot of
reasoning,
work.
2-day shows are a pain in the ass.
It's hard
that,
for
That was the
people to-
first initial reasoning.
I mean, you're tired of shit after
The-
one day.
Yeah. The next reason is I just never felt we weren't that big yet to need a 2-day show.
I think we're there.
Today was the first day we filled that track
It was
up.
packed.
Yeah.
We have never filled that truck up like this in the past.
I had
ever.
demo lines like I was at Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard the jokes like, man, this is like Slamology.
It's
like it was
Slamology.
that packed there today.
Yeah,
It was
big.
pretty wild.
Love
And
it.
yeah, we've never been that packed. We've never filled up the inside of the track. The whole infield filled up, which we've done before, but it actually filled up where people were double stacked on the asphalt on the track itself, and then people still ran out of space in the whole vendor area, the whole middle parking section, and people just started
Yeah.
parking everywhere they could get in, like
It's
'cause there was
awesome,
nowhere
man.
else to go. And so yeah, we do have I've already been 2 years ahead thinking of expansion plans because we were going to incorporate an actual car show, bring in some mini truck groups, things like that.
Yeah.
And we've been trying
Combining
to
some
plan
things.
where we can expand there at the track and been in communication with the track on that. So there will be some big expansion plans for next year for Sundown Show.
Yeah, the track's a small track.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of room in there. There was plenty of room. But if this happens next year, same thing, we're going to have to figure some shit out.
Yeah.
Everything's
I've
growing.
got a plan.
Car audio's booming. I don't care what anybody says. It's booming.
Lately, yes, we've noticed a big incline.
Yeah.
It's nice because it wasn't booming there for a long time.
Thanks, Rona.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, the
It's
more,
kind of weird how that worked out, huh?
yeah.
It's like everybody stayed home from work. Like, oh, I think I might put a system in my car.
Dude,
Yeah.
let me tell you.
It is crazy, man. Let's see what else did we see at the show while we were there? Like, who else? Chris Lee's build, that thing was nasty. He's got 24 Nightshade, the NSV 4.5s.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he was another person we wanted to try out that coil and gap combination and see it work out.
What kind of power is he using?
Oh, he's
Salt
got,
eight.
Salt
he's got a
eight.
ridiculous amount of
12
power on
salt eight.
tap.
Yeah,
He
you got
just-
Crossfire in yours, right?
So he's really testing his. Yeah.
Well, Chris doesn't get to use nowhere near all the power he's got.
No.
He's got so much power in there.
I got pictures.
Way
of
more
the
than he could
setup.
ever actually use.
Y'all just wait till next year. He's talking some serious extreme stuff, and that build is. I mean, it hurts already.
Yeah.
Y'all just wait until it's completely
Extreme with all
extreme plate, angle iron.
Yeah. You
Like
got
sand.
what? You had two Crossfire, were they 16?
16s.
Yeah.
That's the picture of his. If you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
show that.
I can, yeah. Well, this is Chris Lee's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this one here.
Yeah, he turned his on and didn't make it. I don't think 10
That's
seconds.
what
before
Chris
he blew
Lee's
the windshield
build looks
out.
like on the inside. It's just insane.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah, it was literally like, oh, Chris is demoing. Crap, windshield's gone already.
Yeah,
go.
I'm like,
That
man,
was
get rid of that
within the
thing.
first 10, 15 minutes.
Four demos.
Yeah. It was gone. We were her and I were standing right there when it happened. It was pretty wild.
Oh, yeah.
It's always fun to see a windshield blow out, but at the same time, we're like, oh man, it sucks.
Oh,
for
it's
them.
fun until you do it like
Yeah.
16 times in one
Right?
season. It's not fun anymore.
Everybody,
after that.
I remember at finals, everybody's like, "Oh, we're gonna." Everybody crowds around Derek's build because like they know the windshield's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But what's crazy about Chris's is when he does go extreme, when none of that's flexing anymore, when that's not the weak link,
Mm-hmm.
the body that gets inside of it's gonna be the weak link, you know. That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
What's up, Charlie?
I want Wednesday to choke him out.
No. I feel like I'm interrupting. I just feel like I'm interrupting
If you got
everything.
something to say, you've got a microphone.
I
There's
know.
somebody karate chop.
Donnie broke the headphones.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Donnie breaks
Huh,
everything.
those headphones
Next
don't work.
next time you see Donnie karate
Damn.
chopping.
So how many windshields have you broke? Like how many
I mean, I
windshields?
really lost count. It was a good dozen or more.
Well,
I
due
really-
to the
I really
new
lost count.
rules, you can double up now.
I can double up windshields now.
Yeah.
I got asked this question a million times a day, so I'll put it here. Like, everyone's like, what happened to Project SPL this season? I'm like, well, I had to wait for the new rules to come out, which took forever at the beginning of this year. By the time we got new rules out, then Rona hit. I'm like, well, there's no shows. I can't do nothing, so I'm not messing with the truck. Next thing you know, stuff kind of calmed down a little bit, and we just didn't. I wasn't sure any shows was gonna happen, so it's part in the warehouse collecting dust. I haven't touched it. And
Right.
If this calms down this year, maybe I'll bring it out first of the year, start doing some work on it, bring it back.
Did you get your new windshield
No,
yet?
no, I ain't I tell you, it's collecting dust.
I-
There's
well,
an
I-
inch of dust on that
I
truck.
wasn't sure if you got it yet. Not put it in. God, it's gonna be heavy.
Only
having
thing we
a
did was
double.
pull some of the amps out and sold them to people that
Are you
need
gonna
them.
have a professional company come do that?
No.
Double them out?
Oh,
You're
no.
just gonna do them
There's no
yourself.
professional company that will do that. That's custom.
Do you have a question, Derek? What
Turn that mic up to your face.
what glue do you use between the windshields?
The
what-
urethane to glue it in.
No, between the first and second layer of windshields.
So I haven't actually put two together yet. What I'm going to use is just a basic tabletop epoxy.
God
Epoxy.
damn
Hell
it!
yeah.
I spilled my beer.
Just a
Son of
cheap basic table. Well, it ain't gonna be cheap, but yeah, just a basic tabletop epoxy. It's the same one that I used when I built my tubes. I poured it inside and out and worked the tubes and sealed them up, strengthened them with that. Instead of going with a cheap fiberglass resin like most people do, I went with a little more hardcore tabletop epoxy, and I'm so happy I did because it's way better than just putting some resin in there. It got way thicker, way stronger, way faster.
You guys just keep
so I'm gonna do
talking,
the
I
same
spilled
thing
my
when I do
beer.
windshields and cross my fingers for the best.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody know that's done the double windshield thing. That's what they've used as a countertop type epoxy, and I've already got some stuff here ready to go. So that's what I'm gonna roll with.
Thanks, Mason. That was a good show. So, Stephen Adams wants to know if we're ever going to go to the Scraping the Coast, and I think just because everybody tells us how hot it is there.
So I'll use the
Yeah,
term.
it is so worth it.
I'll use the term we did,
It's worth
as in Sundown went there. I didn't
It was
go.
a couple
Brian
years
didn't
ago.
go. But like way back in the day, Brandon and Slim did their world tour. Where back then we still had our Sundown Tahoe, and they actually took the Sundown Tahoe. I towed it up to Slamology. They got in it and left Slamology, and they literally drove around the entire U.S. and they hit Scraping the Coast on that tour. And then they came back and told us how miserable it was there. And since then, we've never wanted to go back. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
we'll just avoid that
I mean,
one.
this show's hot enough, man. I don't know if I can handle anything hotter.
It's
Well,
hot, but it's a good show.
I think the hottest
We-
show I've
we
ever
might
been
make it
to
there.
was the Shut It Down Boys show in Georgia. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
that
actually
was-
had to go sit in the car with air conditioning just to cool myself off.
Yeah,
Georgia in like July. I don't know about all that.
But my next big plans is
Thanks.
I
man.
ain't really put this out there yet, but I was actually going to
It's a
try
good woman right here, folks. It's a good
and
woman.
get Project SPL out to CES next year, which now is now canceled, and there won't be a CES showdown. But
Yeah.
I was
Slamology canceled. Everybody's canceled. Our next show is you're gonna go to Newport, right? In a couple weeks.
hopefully I can make it in Newport. Yeah,
I think it's
I'm planning on it.
second week of September.
Yeah,
So
Newport's
we'll do
pretty
that.
close. No reason.
It's like
you
2
know,
hours.
Not get over to that one. But that's a small.
That's a
mild
high
show.
voltage. Yeah, it's more of a local show. It's a high voltage team, high voltage show. So they're good folks over there. They do a lot with us. They have a lot of Sundown equipment, and we've already bought a booth section out there anyway. Is there any more of that some paper towels? Oh, okay, never mind. No, you're good. Don't worry.
I tell you, I'm seeing all these big demo builds like the Warthog. Like, man, Stephen Duncan's van. That thing ripped my head off today. That thing felt like it punched me in the throat. I got in there, and it's really tempting me. I might have to start up a new build, leave Project SPL and then the DB Dragon Lanes and get me a new demo build out there as
There you
well.
Extreme demos.
Would anybody ever here like to let Tony Eilis have a seat? Come on, Tony, you want to talk? Hey, you know what? I owe you a show because I lost your footage last year. You want to get on here and say something? We'll let you get a little spot. You can talk about your shop for a minute.
You got to do that shameless plug.
Remember you just talking to the red light. So this is Tony Eilis from Mild and Wild Audio down in was it Port St. Lucie? Fort Lauderdale. Port St. Lucie. That's not Florida, is it? Is that Florida? I don't know. He's in Florida. So also anybody who's in this room, there's a marker right there in the back of that door. God damn, it's out. Hey, quiet down. Quiet down. I can hear you on my mics. All right, cool. So anyway, there's a silver marker right there, and the back of that door is black. So anybody who's ever on this show, I want you to sign that door.
I signed it
Yes, sir.
yesterday.
Thank you.
That'll be awesome.
That's what's up.
Anyway, Tony, how you doing, man?
Good.
So Tony was on we recorded a show last year. Actually, it was like a year and a day ago, and I did 3 or 4 shows. I recorded 3 or 4 shows that day, and I only was able to recover 1 show out of all this. So I lost all the footage. I don't know how it happened. My hard drive said "fuck you," and I was only able to recover 1 show. I'm really sorry about that.
No, that's cool.
You know how I feel really
some
bad.
Of the stuff needed to get.
I feel really.
It was okay.
What's up, Dan? I feel really bad for.
We got Dan Current in the house.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, you can see his nip nips. There we go. There's the nips. There you go. I feel really bad for JDM Master from Trinidad, who came from Trinidad and did a show, and I lost his footage.
Yeah,
I felt horrible for him. But yeah, I got Drew Jones and Charles Haley. That was the only footage I was able to get back that day. So that was pretty nasty. But anyway, Tony, what are you up to?
Not much. Building.
Bring that mic closer.
99 Tahoe right now.
Bring the
doing,
mic closer.
Oh, sorry. 99 Tahoe doing 16 Ascendants on 2 Salt 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Getting it.
How's business booming for you? Is it booming this
Yes.
time of year? Because it's
Picked
booming for
up.
everybody.
Yeah, it's picked up.
At your shop, you guys booming too?
More than ever.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's what we like to hear.
As
It's
soon
kind of
as-
weird how it took a pandemic to make that happen.
As soon
Yeah.
as the COVID hit, it was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
boom.
It's really
Like
weird. but-
stimulus money. Just boom. Yeah.
And
Let's
it's
keep
still
it coming.
coming from them.
Yeah. It's still coming.
We got talking to the side of that mic. Red light. And those people are still
Okay.
loud as shit out there.
Sorry.
So.
Thank you.
Oh, well. So, anyway, last time we had you on, I showed everybody all your social media, this, that. And I'm not going to pull all that up this time around. But if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area and you want some Sundown equipment, you got to check out Tony Eilis. Does some fantastic work. He's been with us forever. And yeah, I just want to give you a plug again. You
No,
know, I
definitely.
feel bad for you, dude. I lost all that footage. You know.
Yeah, I know. Tiny Tina and everything, huh?
Oh, we had a good time.
I'll
that
talk
night.
about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I mean, this is Sundown
went
After
there.
Dark. Hey, Wednesday, would you mind? I don't mean to throw you out. You're welcome to hang out, but I want to get Dan Current in here. Tell him to get in here.
Dan Current, get in here.
That Dan.
Tell, I want him. I want him in here. I want to hear because he's always got crazy shit to talk about. He's always beating people up.
Oh, what's going on, fellas?
Yeah.
How you doing,
one.
man?
What'd you think of Sundown show?
Bring that those for some reason apparently those headphones don't work. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, just take them off.
But just bring that microphone a little bit closer to your head.
So,
Can you hear now?
Oh, there you go.
oh yeah, I don't.
So what's up to you, Dan? You drove a good while to get here.
Yeah, St. Louis, about 10 hours. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, dude. We usually see you up in Slam.
Yeah.
Midwest guy.
As soon as we heard it was canceled, literally Thursday night, we weren't, because usually we do Ruckus or Sundown. We got to pick one of the two to show up for.
Right.
Kind of hard to make both trips back to back. But
Ruckus
they said
is
Slam canceled.
Ruckus is November, isn't it? Yeah.
First weekend in November.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? Sundown
Excellent
show.
Excellent show.
Yeah.
This is actually our second Sundown show, and I think we've had 2 years in between, brother. This thing has grown
Hell yeah, dude.
immensely.
Just keep talking. I'm gonna turn your mic up.
Oh yeah. All right. So.
We're still working on it.
Keep on talking.
This new soundboard is just there's a lot going on over here.
So yeah, they totally came in the back and they put me up to that one for you there.
Nice.
They said I was cheaper than hiring an actual stripper.
Yeah,
so,
dude. Talk about strippers last year. We went
Strippers
to,
don't even want to work. I tried to hire strippers for the show, and they told me no. They just flat out said,
Just keep
"Nah,
talking
we
for a
don't
minute.
care. We don't even need your money."
just
That's
not
a true.
worth
That's
it.
a true story. I got a lifetime membership with the strip club here. I'm in that bitch every weekend.
Oh, they got
Strippers
the
like,
internet now. They
nah,
just go on
we
OnlyFans
ain't
and sit
care about
at home
your
and
money.
get paid. So yeah, they don't care.
I know more people than that's been in here, huh?
Oh my God.
Sundown show growing like Corona.
Oh yeah, you guys,
We
this
for
is
sure
fancy
have
right here. I remember, day one of this here. Now you got a whole.
The
Professional
old
thing
school
going on.
podcast room was literally just like a little cinder block shack on the side of the building.
Right.
I just
It was
made
a
it
little,
happen.
It was a
in
little
that
cinder
room.
block add-on.
It's still hot as balls in here, though. Our AC, we have, it's an old building with old air conditioning, and it doesn't work that great. I've got an exhaust fan for all the smoke, because this is where everybody smokes their cigars and cigarettes and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, definitely congrats on the building. Ronnie Smith just gave us the full tour of the place.
Ronnie-
I don't even think we saw the whole
Ronnie
place.
did the tour.
Yeah, we got a Ronnie tour, so
Nice.
special edition there.
Hell yeah.
Charlie gave us one.
We got a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to the
Ronnie's been here
backpack?
enough. He knows the basics.
So there's
way around.
parts of this building that even us employees forget about, and it's like there's
Way back
other
there.
wings in the back.
You remember the old building when people was like, "Wait, there's a boiler room?" It's like, "Yeah, there's been a boiler room."
Yeah.
Nobody was like, "We didn't know we had a boiler room."
Nobody wanted to go in that room.
I know Ronnie told us it actually has a basement and like a pleasure room down there, like some 50 Shades of Sundown. That's like
Yeah.
Sundown
So-
after
So believe it or
dark.
not,
I've seen how
the
Charlie
entire
has it.
back half of the building is all 2 stories.
There's a
We're only in the
mattress
top.
back there, too.
Yeah, there's a whole basement below all that shit,
That's
Imagine
crazy.
which
that.
we rent out because we don't need it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
this
there's a
building
whole
is massive.
then there's a whole separate building that's like a 3-story tall kind of airport hangar
Yeah.
bullshit
It's
connected
an
to the
add-on.
back.
Yeah, it's
That's
add on
ridiculous.
the back corner.
That's insane.
You walk
triple
in
high,
there
triple
and
racking.
because you have to go down some steps and you open up these doors and it's like, oh, it's this massive fucking building. Like they got racks all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
You basically, if you go down there and get down the staircase and come into that place, if you ever seen some sci-fi movies that look like a government building that you just can't see the end of, that's what that building looks like back there. You get in it and it's like
Yeah.
it's so tall and so deep. You're just like, Jesus, is there an end back there to these racks?
I was wondering that just walking around the top floor because every time we go into another bay, Ronnie's like, no, it keeps going.
Oh yeah.
No, there's another one.
Yeah,
And
there's like, is that the back? No. Is that no? Even when you get to the very back, you get to the last corridor. That wall still is not the back wall.
Right.
There's a whole other room back there.
Wow. That's crazy. Definitely congrats on the new spot. This is insane.
176,000.
And we
square
own
feet
this
here.
building
building's
now.
massive.
So
Even
the last building we were in, we didn't own it. We rented it out, and the owners didn't want to sell it because they were making money off of it.
Right.
So we were just like, well, we would like to have more equity in the company, and we decided to buy our own building.
Way to go.
Yeah. Actually,
That's
it's
awesome.
actually due to having tenants, we're saving money by buying our own building. It's pretty crazy how that worked out.
Hey, you actually get to lease it out and get a return on your investment versus just making somebody else's return on their investment.
Exactly, and this building's so much better.
And if you didn't see the 3 hallways with like 200 offices in them, you didn't get the full tour.
We got like closed doors. He's like, yeah, there's build rooms there and there's build rooms there. And I'm not quite sure what's in that room, but there's some naughty stuff in
There's
there.
literally 3 hallways of offices in this place.
There's a
There's
front.
like
There's a front section that
200
nobody even ever
offices.
goes in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
And
a-
you've got Stereo Integrity. They have their own section, and then Game Over Car Audio has their own section too.
It's like a whole car audio mecca
Yeah.
block built
Yep.
over here now.
Yeah, Game Over is our like a local dealer for us, so they do stuff there. That's Johnny Sicoli, and then Stereo Integrity. You know, they do home audio and sound quality stuff for cars.
Now we got to ask,
So-
does JP have like his own lounge here?
No
Did he,
lounge,
Did he
no.
contribute like a lounge, a cigar?
He's got a
humidor?
room.
Not
He's got
yet.
a special room.
No.
No, not yet.
This would be the lounge here. This is where everybody comes to chill.
Yeah, after work we kind of just
Smoke,
come in here and
drink
hang
beer.
out.
Yeah, we figured there'd be the D4S, as outsiders. Like, there's the D4S section. Like,
No.
his own, open the curtains,
You need to work on that, Brian.
What's that?
Pull the velvet rope.
Sponsored by Down for Sound.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, Audio Apex did a big sponsorship for this show. This microphone I'm talking in, those 2 end microphones, and a bunch of headphones, some more audio equipment. They sponsored like a bunch of this stuff. So
Nice.
I always want to give a big shout out
I
to
think-
those guys, the Munsons.
Oh,
good,
yeah.
good people.
I think you need a green screen. That's next.
I don't do the green screen thing. Yeah. I'm gonna have a big sign of some sort, a Sundown After Dark sign up here. It'll kind of look like, actually, if you want to look, we do this and do
If-
this.
If you remember
It'll
the
look like that.
Dope.
videos from our old testing room, there was all green paint in there because Brandon wanted to do a bunch of green screen work, and I'm like, I'm not dealing with that shit. That's too much work. And then
Yeah, and you
I knew
never-
he
and
wa-
you
I knew
never
he
use
was
it.
never going to do it. It's like, why the hell? Did
That's
you paint
so
room
much more
green for
editing,
something
you know?
You're never going to do.
Yeah.
True,
It's
but the
and we're
fun
not
you
we're not
could have.
gamers, We're not, we don't have like some fucking Star Wars shit going on behind us,
I believe in the KISS formula. Keep it simple.
right?
Minimal editing.
Oh, John Nolte, dude, I saw your old build here. The Blazer was here, and I actually meant to talk to the dude, but I never found him. He wasn't by his car. But John, your old build's still here and
I
still
saw
kicking,
it.
dude. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I was shocked.
I tried to
think
get a
saw
demo
it by
from
our
him.
hotel.
I don't know. Dude was just like chilling, fidgeting, or something. I don't know what he was doing.
I need
And
to
was
talk
trying
with
to
him.
walk around, hit a bunch of demos all at once.
We're
I'm like,
actually
I'm
supposed
not
to,
gonna stand here forever.
since this SFB 13.5s are out, we were supposed to get some for that guy, and I totally forgot. I forgot his name. He's not on social media. So, yeah, I told him to email me. I don't know. I forget. I went to go see the dude. Anyway, that's a nasty build still, Mr. Nolte. It's nice to see you. I hope you get back into games soon, Mr. Nolte.
Yeah, it was definitely crazy seeing some of the builds out there that
Mhm.
we have followed the whole build and the changing for the guard with them and
Yep.
it's now hard to keep up like Nolte's. You know the truck instantly. You know
Yep.
it's there. And then I seen the bully goat that Travis and Hunter built sitting there, and I'm just
Yep.
like, wow, just everything managed to congregate down here at the Sundown.
It was like
Show.
Slamology, right?
It was. It was
Yeah.
seriously like you guys, especially I know a lot of guys did like myself too,
Mhm.
where, all right, everybody was playing slam, and then last second, shout out to Denise and Donnie and all them. I feel so bad for them for the way everything went
I
down
know.
with the health department. They got royally shafted, and they kind of pulled the plug because I actually talked to Denise, and she said it was if they had waited till the last second, they were going to get them anyway.
Yeah.
So they just tried to stop it early to allow everybody to get your Airbnb refunds back, make your plans. Literally, I looked at the wife Thursday night after talking to Denise, and I'm like, hey, you want to go to Carolina? The Sundown Show. Let's
Do
do
it.
it. Slam ain't happening. We're going to make something happen.
Hell yeah,
Let's
dude.
go.
That's what's
I'm
up.
so happy you came.
Definitely was worth the drive.
I love,
man.
because it's been so long. There haven't been any shows in a while. Last time I saw anybody was CES show. It was January.
And I heard that got canceled too this year.
Yeah.
CES and SEMA are both canceled.
And before that was
SEMA, they got SEMA too.
Before that was
SEMA's canceled.
I don't know.
I had a week long vacation planned for SEMA. I literally had a whole week. I was taking the whole week off just to go chill in Vegas for the week, and then they canceled SEMA. And I'm like, man, shit.
That sucks. Ronas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I still want to take a trip to Vegas to go to have a vacation, but it's like, man, I don't want to get out there and then you can't do shit because everything's shut down.
That's what they're saying. Anything that's very limited in what you can do. I mean, you got to have on like the full NASA suit and shit to go play slot machines.
Yeah, let's just hope nothing happened while everybody was at our show. Everybody was clean.
It was a very clean
Yeah.
show. I could
Look,
feel the cleanliness.
I don't know if you want to dive into conspiracy theories, but we did X's Power Show a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody sick.
I'll say it's like even in St. Louis, honestly, we have local shows every weekend. And St. Louis, a local show is 300-400 cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's your and not just. I mean, it's not just Basehead, but out there, like the whole
It's just
car
like a car
community
show,
comes
yeah.
together. Yeah.
That's
so,
cool.
And when this whole thing first hit, social media just went absolutely ballistic on our asses. You guys are all gonna freaking die. You're gonna get the Rona. And of course, we did a couple of meets that were 2,000-3,000 cars, and like we ended up making the news 4 or 5 different times with it. That
Right.
this is how crazy it got. Guess what? I haven't heard of one person from any of those. And this is 6 months ago.
But if you go to a Trump rally, you're gonna get it.
Yeah,
Apparently.
that's
That's how that
what
works.
it lives there
For sure.
Yeah,
I had multiple people ask me today about like, man, have you heard of anybody from X's Power Show like getting sick or anything? Like, no.
And I was the
nobody.
only person.
There was a lot of people there.
I was the only person that was
Nobody's
sick a
Nobody's had
few
an
weeks
issue.
later. Actually, so this is scary. I don't think anybody in here has heard this. My girlfriend here, she ended up with a positive. She gets tested weekly. She works at a nursing home, right? So she ended up getting a positive test, and I was with her, and I ended up getting sick at the same time. Which, I was like, fuck, what's going to happen now? So we ended up having a quarantine. We quarantined together.
We kicked him out the shop.
Yeah,
Like,
I
don't you bring
worked.
your ass
I
over
worked
here.
from home, and I ended up getting better. I felt great, and I have tonsil problems, and because I haven't gotten them removed, and blah blah blah. Anyway, she got tested again, and all of her family got tested, and I got tested. Everybody became everybody was negative. I said naked almost. Everybody was negative.
Hey, now.
So what we're finding is that they're having. God damn! I keep spilling shit.
2.0.
They keep. Apparently, they're having a bunch of false positives.
Oh, of course.
So-
Well, you got to wonder too with the infrastructure being set up the way it is, where they're getting paid for positives. The hospital. I mean, Florida.
that what
already
happened? Are they
got-
getting actually
Florida's
paid
been
for-
caught cooking the books already on it.
Yes.
State. I mean, and it goes all the way down to the states are getting paid for each positive. The hospitals are getting paid for each positive. There's a lot of motivation there to have a lot of positives.
Right. Well, and it sucks for her because she can't work. You're gonna be out for a week or two, and you can't really collect unemployment on a week or two.
No,
Like, that's so
you're
much
just
hassle.
shafted at that
you're
point.
fucked.
I
So
know.
yeah,
I think a
thankfully
lot
she
of
had
us-
a little extra money to play with. Thank God,
I heard she got a sugar daddy.
That's right. Ain't much.
Only because Brian got diabetes.
She got that sweet and low, daddy.
I think honestly, like from CES last year, it was right after that. I know almost everybody, myself included, that went to CES that came back with our crew got sick as a dog after Vegas.
Dude, I was sick as shit.
Same
I
thing.
got sick there. I still went to the Hoover Dam. I had to, but I got sick while I was there.
Well, they're saying now that was probably the entry point for when it hit the U.S. because they actually had.
But it hit me while I was there, though.
You got the super fast acting version.
Yeah.
You got the fast one. That was it.
It was pretty shitty.
I wouldn't be shocked if that's
God,
that's
being-
what we all already had. And
Being
had it
sick
and
on
been
a
done with
plane
it.
sucks ass, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's like a 6-hour flight. Well, we did have a stop halfway.
Please tell me
so-
you didn't fly like Frontier or something.
No.
Okay,
no.
well, yeah,
This
being
is Jake. We're
being sick on
flying
a Frontier would be really
Jake's
bad.
Jake's Mr. Fly fucking first class Delta. So I'm over there getting hammered on the plane, just like all right, I feel just don't feel
us
anything.
peasants had to fly on the city bus of the skies, the
Right.
Metro Link. Where you
It's okay. When I buy my own plane ticket, it's Frontier. Yeah, I'm in the middle somewhere, by the wing, just like
checking the
doing this
gorilla
shit.
tape out there. Yeah, it's still holding. We're good.
Hey, well, shoot, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Hey, I want to thank you very much for coming to the show, and
Hey.
thank you for being on this show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
We appreciate all those.
Every year, I
support.
want you to come back.
I know for somebody so loud, he's been awful quiet this whole
Well,
time. Look at him.
we-
I'm chilling, man.
We did all the talking earlier, so.
Yeah.
But yep. Well, yeah, we'll probably just go ahead and shut this down here. We just wanted to talk about the show today and how things went, and that it was a very good show, big turnout. Derek, do you want to talk about anything else about the show?
Man, I don't
We had the train. We didn't do a dunk tank. We had the eating contest.
No,
Jimmy did
there-
win.
I
Barely.
did shy away from the dunk tank. We tried to do the dunk tank last year. We had an issue and we couldn't get it. And when I was at the rental agency, because I just drove down there to see like, hey, what can we rent to put at the show that's gonna be
Hey,
cool?
hold on a second. And make sure Daniel signs that.
And they had a dunk tank, but it looked like it was not in commission, so I just skipped over it. And then there was a lot of cool things I want to try to bring into Sundown Show, like to help bring in things for the kids. I want to bring in some bouncy houses, some different games. But then like this year, I was like, man, if I bring in bouncy houses and we got the Rona, and then people are gonna be mad at me for bringing in bouncy houses. Like, all right, we'll wait till later to do that.
There wasn't that many kids anyway.
Yeah. Well, I wanted it to be a family event. I want people to be comfortable bringing their kids
Like
there
Hooters?
and have something cool.
See, we need one of those
Family
big
event like
ass
Hooters?
I'd
inflatable
take
water
my kids to
parks.
Hooters.
You see them?
Yeah.
You can get them. It's some water slides, and it's like
Yeah.
basically
Oh, yeah.
an inflatable water
Yes.
I looked at them.
You just hook a
Yes.
hose up to that bitch and some air. You're good to go.
Hell yeah.
I
We
looked
actually
down.
talked about bringing one of those to Slam one year. Just have it brought in. Freaking Donnie would
it's-
have a heart attack.
It's needed.
I went basically the big thing. We knew there was a few little things we were gonna do. I knew about the train already. I was gonna rent. I went there, and the big questions I had was like, I want to do a big cooling tent, which we did this year. We had the big 800 square foot cooling
that was
tent
nice.
with the 4 huge fans
Yeah,
in
I've seen
it
'em.
to circulate the air. And I went there seeing like, y'all just tell me what can y'all rent us as a cooling tent to like do some misting or anything crazy or anything like that. And that was a bunch of stuff we looked at. We just finally settled on, we're just gonna do the big ass fans. Let's just do those.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna do the huge tent so people can get out.
Because
get
they
in
made
the
it
shade.
complicated as shit for you to figure out the other way
Yeah,
around.
the way the rental company does the misting stuff is insanely complicated. So I
You
just
gotta
like
buy
nope.
a fucking pump and a tank and all
Oh,
sorts
And
of
yeah,
stupid
you have to
shit.
you have to rent every little part
gotta-
separate. And they're like, all right, well, if you're gonna do the misting, you got to get this hose, and then you got to get this misting rod, and then you got to get this pump. And they're like, do we actually need a pump? Because you have to bring a water hose and it's pressurized water. Like, well, you have pressurized water, but you still have to have a
We'll
pump.
just
to
have
pump the
kids
pressurized
with-
water.
with
Like,
kids
this doesn't
with-
make sense.
With spigots.
There you go. Yeah, we just have kids running around with the water hose. with
Hell yeah,
spray
they
on
would
it.
love to hit
There you
people.
go.
But the cool thing is I got to look at a bunch of the different games and kind of rides that they have there, and everything's real reasonable, and they're good people to work with, and like things like the rock wall, the big bouncy houses, the big water slides they have. So that's something I would love to expand to in the future.
My
with
question
Sundown
is,
Show.
where are you going to put it?
Well, that's
you
a really,
guys were.
that's a really good question.
slam-packed
Yeah,
today.
man.
It was insane.
Well, the other cool thing is we have a really good relationship with the track over the years.
Yep.
The dude that owns the track is cool as shit. He loves Sundown Show. Fun fact, like he said he jokes around. He's like, I make more money at your event because we don't have to do anything. We just stand at the gate and collect money on
Right.
the entry fees, and,
Right.
and the track makes all the entry fees. So we don't have to pay them anything to rent the track. They make the entry fees coming to the gate. That's how they make their money.
Nice.
And we try to give them all that money. So they love doing this. And he's like, dude, we make more money at Sundown Show collecting gate fees than we do it on a racetrack.
Yeah.
night. You know,
And they
like
got
they're-
races every Saturday.
Yeah, like
there.
they're running a race and trying to put people in the stands, which they're not even allowed to do right now
Right.
because of the Rona. And but yeah, typical race night. He's like, we don't make nowhere near as much as we do at Sundown Show, and we don't have to put any effort into Sundown Show. We just got to stand on the track and collect money, and we're good. So
That's it. You
Yeah,
guys
they're-
come in and do all the organizing and setting up, and base
Yeah.
heads go in, they park, and they get the race
Yeah, we
staff.
really,
gets to sit there and
we
enjoy it.
honestly don't have to do
I'll-
much at our own show.
yeah,
Because it all
I'll
just
tell you,
it just
I'll
happens.
tell you a full hilarious story. The first time we ever went there, me and Brandon went there to talk to the track owner about renting the track out. We came in and he like no shit. He quoted us an outrageous number that we just like, oh shit, yeah, we're not doing this. And then he was like, well, hold on, what are y'all gonna do and whatever. We're like, look, we kind of call it a car show because it's easy for people to understand. We call it a car show. If you call it an audio show, people are like, the fuck's an audio show?
Right.
So we were trying to explain to the dude, like, look, people are gonna drive in, they're gonna park, they're gonna play their radio.
That's it.
And he goes, well, what else? I'm like, that's it. That's all they're gonna do.
That's all it is.
And we're down south, so he's like, they're gonna do what? It's like, yeah,
What you talking about, boy?
they're gonna come here and they're gonna pay you money to get in the track, and they're gonna park, and they're just gonna turn the radio on their car, and they're just gonna sit there. He's like, what do we need? Like some ambulances? Like, no, we're not doing a race. This ain't a demolition derby. We don't need police, which we always have some kind of EMT.
Did you say there's DB drag coming there? Like,
Yeah.
what?
No,
Oh, drag. Yeah, we got
it was
that
just,
part. Yeah.
It was just there was a lot of back and forth. Like, nah, dude, you're not getting it. They're literally gonna show up. They're gonna park in a parking
shit, we
space,
got Hank
and they're
coming
gonna
in.
turn their stereo on, and they're just gonna sit there, and everyone's gonna be happy, and then we're gonna leave.
Right?
He's just like, I don't know what the hell you're telling me, but I'll take a chance on this. Y'all go ahead and bring y'all show here, boy. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Like,
Fuck
all right,
yeah.
we
The
gonna
rest
do
is
this.
history from there.
Hank, what's
There's
up,
Big
buddy?
Sexy himself.
Pull that mic close. Talk.
Yeah, talking to the red light. Don't
it
talk
good?
to the top.
No, find out
Red
where the
light,
red, find
this
out where the
thing?
red
Yeah,
dots on the
red
side.
dot.
And you gotta talk sideways.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this is the
that
hipster
like a
Glock.
slur, or-
It's the hipster Glock of microphones.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna say fuck it and buy all. See those mics at the end? I'm just gonna buy a bunch of those and call
There
it a
you
day.
go.
I think I could actually trade these in for barely any money, but
Hank, what did you do today?
I saw your
Worked on my
qualifying score.
truck, Worked on my other truck.
What was the most epic shit you did today?
72.
Hell yeah,
Wall
dude.
certified.
That's
Shut the
awesome.
fuck up. You want a goddamn championship belt?
Yep.
Yeah, I really wish I would have been able to. I wish I would have tested before that, so I could have.
I wish you'd have had some competition.
That would have helped me turn
force
it up.
you to
too.
turn it up.
Yeah, when I got done, I like felt my subs. I'm like, they weren't even hot.
As a matter of fact, how do I go? And I'm like, I'll pay y'all money to come turn your stereos
they won't
on.
even do it.
And people are like, nah.
So everybody's
I
I
didn't
got,
scared,
care.
man.
they're like, I got $1,200 from that stimulus. I don't need your $1,000. Your $1,000
Well, I wired
ain't
up
shit.
to like 1.4 before going in there, so I probably could have went almost full tilt the entire time because I wouldn't have made shit for power.
Tell us about your system. People want to hear about it. Tell us what you got
Sundown
going
Audio
on.
Compact 11s? Or would you call those 10s?
We still call them 10s.
We're gonna call them 10s.
Okay.
We gotta
Sundown
do, you gotta
10
do
inch frame,
10 XLs,
right?
10 extra large. But yeah, with 7 crescendo 13 case, 7 and 7.
But what? Tell us about the truck. What is that noise, by the way?
That's my phone app.
Turn that shit down, man.
It's a Fiat
I'm ordering
Fiorino,
beer right now.
1986 from
Wait,
Italy. I
wait,
imported
wait,
it.
yeah, where do you buy
Max.
one of those?
You need more beer?
Max
Fiat?
I do need
Grassi.
one. I'm not
Okay, I
import
got
it
you, bro.
from Italy.
And you're having trouble importing windshields for it. Well, not trouble, but it's a bitch to get
It's a
windshields
pain
for
in
it.
the butt, yeah.
I saw
And
your
it's
post.
expensive.
I saw your post like 3 weeks ago. Your windshield came in broken.
Yeah, that's the one I used today.
Yeah.
Oh, you put in
you've
a
only-
broken windshield.
Yeah.
You imported
I missed
two.
that
Well, I
part.
paid a shitload of money for it, so yeah, I'm going to use it.
You imported
It was
2
just a
windshields.
corner, right?
You're already the cost of my 12 I broke last year.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, it's
the other one
ridiculous.
I brought it, but I wasn't going to go through the effort of actually like swapping it out. I didn't
Right.
care that much.
That's one of the good things about owning a basically an old box Blazer. Like windshields are dirt cheap.
Like an Astro van.
But 72 and a no wall build.
Correct.
Fuck.
It's record-setting history.
Yeah.
No one has ever
At
done
the
that.
Sundown show.
Currently, it's the loudest Super Street score out of all the classes.
That's awesome, man. Out of all the classes.
So I always love watching Hank on social media just pop in the rooms when the no wall bullshit discussions
Right.
pop up. Man,
Well,
he's kind
I
of
mean,
he'll just
laugh-
leave like a little dot or an emoji. on
Laughs
the page,
in
just
no
like,
wall.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. The people they irritated me enough to go ahead and build for it. So you know what? I'm gonna buy a vehicle that I know as well, and I will build it to my.
Because your old build was what? That was an S10, right?
Yeah, but that was an outlaw build.
Gotcha.
But that thing just shit on everybody too.
You still got the bread truck
Yeah,
Right?
the stunt wall in the back.
that you're trying to sell
Yeah,
now,
thanks for
apparently.
making
When
my
you go-
stuff
Well, I don't
look
really
like
have it
complete
used
shit, by
for
the
it.
way.
Damn it,
Like
when you
at
gonna
our
fucking
shows,
sell me that
man.
truck, Hank?
I've
I've been trying to buy that bed
been trying
truck
to
for
sell
you
it to
for.
Naveed, so you can just have it all.
It is
I
it is
made him a
kick-ass.
sweet deal. Well,
No, you
not
should've-
even a more sweet deal.
You
for
should have
me.
not built the stunt wall and just
But-
sold that truck to me then.
I already had all the stereo stuff. That's why I built. The
I don't
stunt wall.
care. You could have just saved all the labor, all the material costs, and just sold me the truck
Well,
then.
labor's free. I was on COVID release.
It is a kick-ass build. I remember you had like fucking couches back there and shit a few years
Yeah.
ago.
No,
Just-
it's still
have
a
a
fun
good time.
truck, but it's just one of those. It's just not.
Did you ever put woofers in there?
subs?
Yeah.
No. I bought all those Stereo Integrity 18s,
Yeah.
but I never ended up doing
I
it.
remember you coming down to pick
Leaving
those
leaving
up.
Yep.
the CRX.
That's when you came down to like you got the bread truck all
I
in one
got
like
the-
swoop.
Yeah, I went
Did
down
one
and I
world
went to
tour.
northern Georgia, got the bread truck and the CRX, and then Kyle drove the CRX up here, and I drove the bread truck up here, and I was like, "Fuck this! I am not towing this CRX back."
Dude, that CRX was a piece of shit.
It was, I think it was a B16. It might have been a B16. I know it was swapped. but
Funny story about that. I like
infinite baffle.
you dropped it off.
I see it on like Craigslist.
Well, when you first dropped it off, I was like, Jake, I think I want to buy that CRX. Let me buy that CRX from you. And Jake gave me an astronomical price. Like, bro, what the fuck you talking about? I'm not paying that for that CRX. And then I was like, he was chilling or whatever. Me and Brandon just took it. It was like, we're just gonna take it. We just took it and like took it to lunch one day, and I drove it. I'm like, holy fuck, this thing's a piece of shit.
No,
Fuck this
it was
Rex.
that like stage 5 clutch that was in that thing.
Everything was a piece of shit about that.
The
Rex.
black one, right? The black one?
No, it was red.
Oh, red.
I think it was a
that was the one that-
B16 with like a GSR transmission.
Yeah, no, I drove that thing and like, fuck this Rex. Nope. I went and parked. It was like, dude, you might burn that thing.
Yeah, I bought a really nice B16 one from New Jersey. Flew out there and brought
Hank,
it back.
take
It
this
was
piece right here and bring it closer to you. Just grab, don't grab there.
This?
Yep,
With
yep.
the
Just bring
big
it
black
closer.
tip in your face. Yes.
Yep. That way
better?
people can hear you better.
Oh. Well, I didn't want it to be like when I was on Everyday Audios and it sounded like I was fucking screaming in the mic the whole time. That shit was so boosted. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And then I watched the video. I was like, what the fuck
It could
is going on?
could sound that way. I'm still playing with this mixer board. I just got it the other day, so it's like
We need
way
more
too many buttons and shit. I have to figure it all out.
Oh,
I don't know what's
man.
up with this live chat. Either people stop.
It's a Rockville board.
Either
It's 'cause
people
I
stop
came in.
chatting, or
Or
I
it
don't
just
know.
froze
No,
up,
it's good.
one of the two. I think
It
they
could've
gave
froze
us
up.
There's still 30 people in the chat right now.
It was because
Yeah.
I came in here.
Man, it's all your fault, Hank.
Oh yeah, Hank's in now. Now it's gonna kick back on.
So what else you got in the works, Hank? Anything else with that build in particular? Anything you're trying to do to boost it? I mean, you've already hit the world record, but
No, he's got to hit a 175.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's
At
what
least
Brill
175.
said it was easy.
Yeah.
Brazil's
They
like,
have the design.
yeah, Brazil's like, we do 175s every
Right.
day. Don't know why you.
I mean, I laughed when they said that because I was like, you've been fighting for tenths at a 68 something, and then you're saying you've had the design. You're not just going to go ahead and gain 6 dB
right.
by rebuilding. Get out of here.
All
All I'm going to tell you is
the dudes
that
from
fucking
Brazil.
windshield ain't taking no 175.
Yeah, the dudes
I
from
don't think
Brazil.
anyone shield's taking it.
When because I talk shit like, why doesn't Brazil compete in Super Street at all? They'll only compete in stock class, and not Super Street. It's like, they're like, oh, this was their response. It's like, oh, it's because 170s are easy in Super Street. I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that's why
Then
y'all never
fucking
done
do
it,
it.
right?
You know, that they want to be on the leaderboards. Why not? You know, get every class.
Yeah,
Everything
I've
is
never
easy on
understood
the
that either.
keyboard.
But at the same time, I mean, all those vehicles down there, they're all company owned.
Yeah.
company
Well, they're
brand,
doing
company
mostly
sponsored.
extreme
Yeah, that's
builds.
not
though.
a
It costs a
No personal
shitload
car.
more money
Yeah,
to
that's not a
sponsor
joke.
a
Literally,
Super Street
literally
vehicle.
every Brazilian competitor works for a manufacturer down there.
That'd be
Yep.
dope.
100% of them.
Super
Shit happens.
sponsored me.
Well, gentlemen, I think I'm gonna step out there.
Hey, kid's got marker and sign that door.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
awesome
buddy.
seeing you guys. Like I said,
Yeah.
great show.
Thanks, buddy.
Keeps getting bigger and bigger. Keep doing what you do.
Come on down next year, man.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Maybe it'll be a 2-year. We don't know. Hey,
See, I thought it was a 2-day show.
or 2-day. Did I say 2 years?
Yeah, you said a 2-year. If it's,
Fucking
if it's
2-year
party
show.
for 2 years, bro,
I'm
man.
tired.
Yeah, we are in.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think you're almost to the point of having to do a 2-day at this point.
2-year show.
That
As-
there was a
as much as I've
How
never-
many people did you have? Do you know?
A lot.
They give us they do give us a count though.
We
at
get
some
a
point.
rough estimate. Most years they don't even give us one. We've tried to get estimates from the track. People
How
coming
many
in.
signatures?
So, like, we don't want you
And
reporting
usually-
how much we made to the IRS.
Yeah,
Shut
yeah.
up.
You usually
Yeah.
like, oh, we lost count. We don't know, but this year they actually did. They said, God, I forget. It was close to 300 cars, a little under 300 cars. They said come in and around 1,000 people.
I
That's
believe it.
what they said.
Yeah.
Believe it.
I actually thought that was low. I'm like,
I thought
only
it was a little bit
1,000
more than that, yeah.
Well,
from the crowd I saw. I was like,
Yeah,
only
it was-
1,000.
it seemed a little
But
bigger than that.
Whatever.
I think it's bigger than that.
Yeah. Well, last year was around 900 or so, 1,000 or so.
I just want to know how cars race on that fucking track.
Dude,
Dude, that's an old school track.
It's like you're
I've
constantly
been-
making a left turn. There's
Yeah.
no,
Dude,
like-
you
So-
almost
I've been there
trip
for
on that
races.
track just walking down.
when we
Yeah, that's the track of death.
when
No,
we
This
uh,
is old school racing.
when
You
we
gotta
drove
think
in,
down
might as well be a dirt
Here-
track.
here-
Exactly.
yeah,
You
well,
might as well
here
take
in the
dirt
South,
bikes on that one.
a lot of people here come up racing on dirt tracks, so you ain't worried about
Yeah, I
no
guess
jagged
that's true.
asphalt.
No.
Dude,
you
that
come from a
shit's
dirt
rough.
track. That track's luxury. That's like getting in the Mercedes of racetracks coming from a dirt track.
when we drove in, so I was like the third car in. I was like, I'm gonna take a round. I did it. And I was like, how the hell is anybody racing on this track? Because you're like this the whole time. Imagine going
You should've went
over
yesterday.
100, just like you're
No.
just
Constantly
skipping.
bouncing, yeah.
Yeah, I drove the
Yeah.
Fiorino around it. That sucked.
I took the terror around it for a lap one time just to troll people.
Right?
Because so many people was like, you can't drive that terror anywhere. I'm like, oh really? I'm take this bitch for a lap around the fucking speedway.
See, now you got to bring it down to Ruckus and do the drag strip at the show there too.
It's really
You've already got
hard
the
when you have
round
a
track.
car
Now you
down.
gotta get a
I
drag
did
race
actually.
there.
I did that. We had a show at Piedmont Dragway, and I didn't take it on the drag strip itself, but where the competition lanes was at one end. I followed basically I don't know what they call it there. The basically the return road. I took the terror around to take it the whole length of the drag strip just to fuck with people. Because the one we don't have it no more. But when we had it, like, dude, first gear, great. You hit second, it's like you hit second. Ooh.
I don't think I've ever hit second gear in my truck.
That doesn't surprise me.
It definitely doesn't even hardly move now. It's way down. I barely could get around that track.
Yeah,
if I had to go up that hill at all, I'd floor it and just dump the clutch and just like. Bleh.
Yeah, ours. I could wind out first gear, shift to second, and be like, what? And he's back to first.
Damn.
I don't know if anybody was at DB Drag Finals when we were in Nashville, and we had to get in the little DB Drag building because Wayne wanted the inside building,
Right.
and it had that massive fucking 45
but
degree
you had to
ramp
go
to get
behind
in.
it and then
Yeah,
find it.
you couldn't even because there was no run up
I took
to
my
it.
F3
So
I
you
could
had to
barely
get a
get my
running.
F350
Yeah,
in
you
it.
had to get a running start beside the building, loop around, and just pray to God you could just fucking loop and make it.
Hope to God the security
Right.
person ain't standing in
I
front of the
had to get Sam Horn like, man, clear the fucking runway because I'm coming. I've got to get a running start from beside the building, and he's just standing at the end like, you're good, come on. And I'm around there, his first gear just maxed out, just like, here we go. Don't get in the way because there ain't no stopping.
Nope.
Yeah, because I remember USAC was like stuck in the dirt.
Yeah,
They were
well, that's
over
the
underneath
first place they
outside.
parked me. I got there,
It's-
they
it's
put
a-
me in
it's
the
like a horse
fucking
stable,
cow
right?
pen. I pulled
Yeah.
the chair in
They
the
were
cow
all
pen and I
stables.
stepped out and I was literally cow shit all over the floor. And I was like, look, I'm not competing in cow shit.
Hey, might add it a DB. I mean, you never know. Some magical shit goes
stank.
on.
Well, man,
I don't want to sound like I'm
Steak on it.
bougie, but cow shit's a different level, bro. Yeah, give me some asphalt somewhere.
Right.
No, it wasn't a bad area. Like it was a decent turnout for a final. So
I like Nashville. I just hated being parked in cow shit.
Right. Anyway, let's go ahead and call it a night. Everybody look at that camera right there.
Which
Give a
one,
big
that
wave. Thank you very much for watching. God damn.